Hey everybody, welcome back. You're looking at Gary's axles here. I finally got some time and some good weather to get them sandblasted. It's been a real rainy and humid summer, but the weather turned around a couple days and I got these guys sandblasted. Okay, Dana 44 in the back, and my least favorite, this 27 in the front. I just don't like that 27. It's good and bad. Okay, when you got a 27, chances are almost 100% of the time you're going to get a Spicer U-joint, and we got Spicer U-joints here, and that's real good. Wheel bearings were completely mangled up. Somebody had been in there before. A bunch of different nuts and washers, they weren't adjusted right. We're going to have to do some wheel bearings. Drums are in tough shape. And this has the again, my least favorite, the 10-inch brake with all the brackets and arms and springs in there. Gary, if you're up for it and you want to go with the 11-inch brake upgrade, let me know and I'll try and round you up some backing plates. I really like the 11-inch upgrade. I think it would be very good on these axles and get rid of these 10-inch brakes and crazy wheel cylinders and hard to find parts and stuff. But the 11-inch doesn't work with 15-inch, stock 15-inch rims. You'll need to be running 16-inch rims or an aftermarket wheel. So just shoot me a comment below or get a hold of me, Gary. Let me know if you're up for the 11-inch brake upgrade. What you have here also are 427 gears, and that's super nice, much better than the 538s if you're going to drive something. The front end is beautiful. The gears look very nice, and the backlash is correct. The back, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here. The gears are scuffed. You can see the scuffing in there, I think. From the factory, I don't think anybody's ever been in this one, but from the factory they had, you know, no backlash. And it just scuffed the gears. I don't know what kind of gear oil was in there. I don't know if it was good stuff. It got dirty, if it got muddy. I don't know what happened in the back, but the gears are scuffed. I don't think it's going to make a difference. When I get them out, I'm really going to inspect them. I think we can run them again. So that's where we're at, Gary. If you want anything else on these axles, lockers or anything like that, or you just want to go with open spider gears, just let me know. Let me know on the brakes. Let me know if you want to do anything. I know you want to do the knuckle upgrade, and I know you want some U-bolts for this guy, and I'll get both of those taken care of for you. But if there's anything else along the way, I'm going to get cruising on these and try and get them finished up pretty quick. So if there's anything you want, just let me know. Stick a comment below. Okay guys, I've got Gary's ring and pinion out, and we're going to talk about a new way to pull bearings today. It's not new. The clamshell pullers have been out forever. I'm just going to show their operation today because I think it's a better way for a lot of do-it-yourselfers to get bearings off. Hang in there with me. Come on down on this one. Okay, there's a carrier bearing right here, and you guys remember on the carriers there's little slots for pulling jaws like this, and that's what I've always used. They're kind of tricky to use. Sometimes they spread out and stuff, and you get in trouble, and then you mangle the bearing, and it's kind of a pain. So this is a clamshell puller. If you search for these on the internet, you're going to find them with this blue cup and this orange cup. This white one is for Dana 70s and 80s. If you do work like that, then obviously get that one. But you can get a kit like this all this stuff here, I don't know, under $200. You'll see them as high as $700 or $800 or $900 from people. There's no difference. Don't get suckered into buying a super expensive one. They're all made, I don't know, I guess in China or something. There's no manufacturer's mark on them, but they're all the same. If you get the kit with the big one in there, you're probably going to spend, I don't know, $230, $240, something like that. But you shouldn't be spending more than that. These are everywhere on the internet. Search until you find a good price. Now the good thing about it is you could also do, it's mainly made for carrier bearings, but you could also do some pinion bearings. See that right? Okay. So this is your main pulling rig right here. These are adjustable. So we're going to put that on there, and you're actually pulling the bearing by the outer cage. It's not like getting under the whole main thing. Let me just show you what this is going to look like. These clamshells are going to go under that bearing, and then you're going to tighten that down like that. Okay. So you put this on first. You take that bottom one and you put it right down tight on the cage. You slip that guy on. There's two different sizes here. There's that little size and there's the big size. So each one has two different ones. You put that side on. Make sure that top one is up high enough so it hits the bottom of this right in there. Put that guy on. This nut right here is 1 7/16, so you're going to need a 1 7/16 socket. Okay, we're tight. I'm just going to get the impact gun and see if we can pull that bearing. We got that guy too. Hang in there with me. Okay, you see how that got pulled? That is a super safe way to pull a bearing without mangling it up. When that bearing is on there and you go to a press and you try and put the bearing splitter on there, you wind up pulling the cage off. It's a real nuisance. So that's how we do a pinion bearing. And we'll do a carrier bearing next. You're going to use this part for a carrier bearing. Clear some room here. Going to use that part for a carrier bearing. Let's see which cup we're going to use here. Probably the same one. So that's going to go on. This is super handy if you're not using setup bearings and you make a mistake and you got to pull a bearing off. You're not gonna damage your bearing if you use a clamshell puller. Okay, and let's quickly just pull a carrier bearing. Okay, fast, easy, and safe. Let's get this pulled apart here. There is the bearing with absolutely no damage. You could put that on and off, you know, a bunch of times and it'll be fine every time. So it comes as a kit. You're going to get all these pieces. Like I say, do not pay too much for this kit. I don't know why some guys are so expensive and other guys aren't, but don't pay too much. And you see how everything just sits right on there, and you're ready to go for. This will do, like I say, Dana 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and this will do up to a Dana 80. So you're going to be good for carrier bearings. It's not going to do every pinion bearing. Now a Jeep pinion is pretty short. You get some of those bigger, heavier axles and they're longer, and this just won't work out. So you can make a new one or figure something else out. But it does work on just about every single Jeep pinion. So just a safe, quick way to remove carrier bearings without spending crazy money on a complete snap-on kit or some other kind of kit. These clamshell pullers work great. Don't pay too much and you'll be all set. I'm going to keep jamming on Gary's setup. We're going to get the front end done first. Gary, let me know what you want to do on the brakes and stuff, and anything else while I'm building. And that's all I have for you today. Hope this encourages some of you guys to go out and get some tools and do some of your own work. But this would be a good investment even if you're going to do a set of axles, 1 or 2 axles. If you don't have to go somewhere and have the bearings pulled off, this will pay for itself on your first job. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you on the next one.